Not only our Muslim communities, but African communities, Asian communities, Hispanic communities, and the wave still continues. It's not going to stop, nor should we want it to stop. As a matter of fact, it's one of the things I think we can be most proud of. So there's a second thing in that black box, an unrelenting stream of immigration, non-stop. Folks like me who were Caucasian of European descent, for the first time in 2017, will be in an absolute minority in the United States of America. Absolute minority. Fewer than 50% of the people in America, from then and on, will be white European stock. That's not a bad thing. That's a source of our strength.
Yeah, man, we're going to have to say some harsh truth here tonight. How many of y'all black folks think this is good? I want to know how many of y'all think it's good. How many of y'all think it's bad? I haven't, let me just put it to you like this. Okay, so the Democratic Party, their plan is to make the country mostly immigrant. I mean, he just said it. When I'm talking about the border, when I'm talking about the influx of immigrants, and you're coming at me like I'm saying something crazy, that was a sitting president. He was president when he was saying that. You didn't hear him say that's the goal. He said that was the goal, dummy. He said the goal is to make it all immigrants. Here's my thing. Every time I turn around, I got black folks saying things like, "You're a white supremacist." We just had that Muppet Toure going and saying that immigrants are great, and of course, all of them love repeating this in support of immigrants, because that's the party line. That's what the Democrats want. The president, their last Democratic president, enabled humongous amounts of immigrants to come across the border. Then when he saw maybe he got too far, he tried to reel it back in. He did a lot of People don't know that Biden did a lot of deportations the last year in office because he was planning to run. So he tried to clean it up. Just wasn't enough. But here's the thing, Johnson. The black people that say I'm off because I'm calling this out, I think a lot of them mean well, but some of them don't understand. Those immigrants don't align with black Americans. In fact, fam, one of the main criticisms that the African diaspora people make about black Americans, foundational black Americans, and when I say, and see, that's why it's important to make the distinction, right? Because non-immigrant. We could just say non-immigrant black Americans. That means black Americans that have been here 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 generations. Or some who are indigenous, meaning here before the country was a country. They see us, non-immigrant black Americans, as too white. Sort of like in New York. They wanted Mamdani because Mamdani was an immigrant. The new immigrant wave does not respect black Americans who are foundational black Americans. They respect immigrants. And those immigrants aren't really black. They just get called black when they get here. But they really are Nigerians, Ghanaians, Congolese, Venezuelans, Ecuadorians, Chinese, Japanese, Ukrainian, whatever, but it's not, you understand what I'm saying? So my thing is, we got a lot of people that believe that this will somehow make us stronger. Who is us? It'll make maybe the dollar go further for the rich. Maybe some corporations will be able to hire the latest wave of immigrant to work at cheaper wages. But you know who's going to be a pain in the ass? The non-immigrants. because they'll remember a time when they got paid real money. They'll remember a time when you owned a house, right? They still harken back to a time when we owned things and we had privacy and we ran the countries, it looks, at least it appeared so. It's becoming something far different than that. But my question to you is, why do you think this is good? I know why immigrants think it's good. They get to come over to another country, mainly a country that's probably more than likely had a hand in disrupting their country. I get all that. Wish I could fix that for you. Don't have a magic wand around, right? Totally wrong to destabilize other countries, right? Totally wrong, not co-signing that. But my thing is that me being here, me being a non-immigrant, Black American with families and kids and roots, and this is where all of my family's from. How does it benefit us? Or you think we just grandfathered into some coalition with these people? That's what you think that? You think that the first thing they say is no black. No black. Me no black. That's the first thing they tell me. I'm not black. I'm here on studies. I think we got a lot of people who have some misdirected allegiance. I'm not saying I got all the answers, but I'm asking all the right questions, family. And all I'm saying is, how do you think this helps you? You think Joe Biden's trying to help us? Is that what you think? You think Joe Biden really has our interests at heart? Or is he fighting for the ruling class? Is he fighting for working class? Is he fighting for black people? 40% of Americans, 40% of Americans can't afford a $400 emergency. You think Joe Biden's fighting for that? What did he do that made you get that impression he was fighting for that? He was never fighting for that. You think him wanting to bring in and change the demographics of the country, you think that was to help us? To help you? Yeah, there's a reason why I got so much concerted pushback. It's my voice started getting louder and louder on immigration. It's the reason why. It's not because I'm kooky. They heard Joe Biden say this. They know what he said. They could read numbers. They might not want to be honest, but they could read. They could hear. Most of them could hear pretty good. They stopped calling and stopped hanging and stopped being friendly, right? Because I was right. And that rightness goes against what the party is that they're either with or they need to stay cool with. The last thing they need is a toxic black man saying real shit on the airwaves. Joe Biden said it. Is that my fault? There's a lot of, openly, is that my fault that there are going to be people that agree with me who you dislike? I'm not on hate. It's not because I hate anybody. But my point is that if you're a part of a group of people that haven't had a fair shake in this country, how do bringing in other people in and undermine our position further help us? And do you really think immigrants who are coming to this country from their country, some of them third world countries, why do you think when they get here, they're coming here to help you? Family. If I was, I'm trapped in the wilderness. Me and my family are lost. We need food, shelter, a safe place out of the elements, away from the wild animals. You open your door. You let us in. What am I there to do? I'm there to be safe, to get from you, to get safety, food, shelter for my family, right? Oh, I didn't come there to help you grow your crops. I didn't come there to help you beautify your landscape. I didn't come there to be your friend. I'm here because I need help and you're there to help. There are people living in La La Land. It's fine. It's fine to live in La La Land. But I'm not going to live there with you. We all got to see reality. And all I'm saying is, Black America doesn't have time for the bullshit. We got to be smarter than this. You can't see it coming. You don't hear this. That's the sound of the guillotines. What else does it take? Joe Biden was very honest. He said it proudly, plainly. He was not missing words. He wasn't hiding it. But unfortunately, when Joy Reid had her program and she could have been standing up for us, she wasn't. Why? You think it's an accident that her family are immigrants? Don Lemon, who everybody's calling a freedom fighter, he's a voice of free speech. When Joe Biden was saying this shit about basically replacing everybody in the country and making immigrants be the, was Don Lemon the brave soul? Was he champion for Black Americans? No. No, he still won't talk about it. I'm just saying, because everybody keeps saying how these people are so great. They have platforms, and the president, sitting president, basically was talking about the erasure of us and nothing. But okay, fine. You want to be the loser and pretend that somehow helps us. Like I said, I don't have all the answers, but I got all the questions. And all I'm saying is, how does this benefit you? I know you think, oh, God, I'm a progressive. It's morally right that we get rid of white Americans. You know, they keep saying Black people be afraid because once they get rid of, once they stop going after undocumented immigrants, they're going to come after you. There's no logic that supports that. But a lot of people keep saying it. I keep hearing it all across the internet. What about once they get rid of white Americans, they go after Black Americans? Maybe the goal is to have no real Americans, just immigrants that they exploit for pennies on the dollar. Who aren't used to, pesky stuff like rights. Who they don't owe anything to. Who don't harken back to a time of home ownership. 2 kids, a dog, a white picket fence. The American dream of home ownership. Maybe, I'm just saying, fam, I think some of us need a reality check. A brutal one. A wake-up call. All right, let's keep going, family. Let's keep going. All right. And I know it's rough, right? That's a tough way to go, Tim Blackman. You are being so mean. No, man, I'm being meaningful. I'm saying you need to think about these things. I'm telling you, are they going to start deporting you? Well, what if I say they're going to start getting rid of your powers? They're already trying to extend votes to undocumented immigrants. You don't think that's the play, Johnson? Really? Why have people here if you don't want them to help you win elections? You're a party, right? You're a party. Hold on a second, guys. You're a political party. There's only 2 major parties. You mean to tell me you let 5 to 10 million people come across your border and you don't want those people to help you win elections? Go. Now, it's okay to be crazy, but then you got to be stupid too. Does that make any sense to you? You really think the Democrats haven't thought about this? It never crossed their minds. Really? Is that what we said? To become a member of the show, go to jointimblack.com.